We have some breaking news as multiple new reports have dropped, revealing that a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. extension is imminent. We now have reports from Jon Heyman, from Bob Nightingale. A million different reporters have come out. And in the wee hours of the night, we got some wild reports, including one recent one from Jon Heyman, revealing that, according to him, it is all but confirmed. We're going to break down exactly what these reports are and, of course, discuss what it means. It's going to be a shorter live, but a late night live. And what's up, everybody? We're going to dive into the specific one from Jon Heyman because it dropped a little bit ago. It is a wild one. Haven't went live in a while. Going to be doing lives a lot more, especially now throughout the season. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But man, oh man, have things gotten very interesting for the Toronto Blue Jays now because Vladdy's off to a cold start. The Toronto Blue Jays are on the verge of extending him. And a report from Jon Heyman. I mean, there's a bunch of different reports. Jon Heyman, Jeff Passan, all these different guys. It is going to be wild. Now, I want everyone in the chat right now, I know a lot of you guys are starting to flood in. Would you want the Jays to sign Vladdy? Yes or no at $500 million? Type in the chat if you want Vladdy at that number. Let's dive into some of the reports. Now, there's a bunch of them. Now, this is from, there's Bob Nightingale, there's Jon Heyman, a million different things. However, I'm going to start with the Jeff Passan one as well. Jeff Passan dropped this a few hours ago. So he went on ESPN Countdown and said that the Blue Jays hope to get a deal done with Vladdy this week, okay? He said this week. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Again, we're going to be going live a ton more, so thank you guys for your continued support. Let me know if you want to do it. And we're going to talk about the Jays a little bit as well as it pertains to the regular season. Don't you worry about that because it's going to be a very interesting one. Now, I want to get the exact tweet here. So Jon Heyman dropped one, a very wild tweet. Now, I'm going to get the exact one. There's multiple different tweets here. But again, Jeff Passan dropped this earlier. He said the Jays hope to get a deal done tonight. Now, if you're unfamiliar with kind of the, excuse me, I am also very sick, so bear with me on that front. But if you're unfamiliar with how everything is working regarding tonight, there was a report this afternoon from Bob Nightingale, Jeff Passan, of course, tonight. This tweet dropped about an hour ago as of the time of streaming, and it said, optimism around the Jays to finish this deal is huge, assuming they finalize. Big win for the Jays, who absolutely need it. Mike Rodriguez mentioned, Mike Rodriguez first, Jansen Pujols, and Hector Gomez also on it. So, this is a bit of a mess of a tweet because, again, an hour prior to that, Jon Heyman came out and said the Jays and Vladdy are making progress on a possible 14-year deal, and that's for the best. So, this is very interesting. A lot of yeses in the chat. This tweet is, there's a lot of confusion about what this tweet actually means because it's at the point now where optimism around the Jays is huge. Like, it kind of reminds me of we're at the 1 yard line with the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. extension. I think at this point, it's all but done. They are finalizing details. We know Mike Rodriguez came out and said that was the case. We know that Hector Gomez came out and said that they were finalizing the details. But about a 14-year, $500 million deal, you get this tweet from Jon Heyman in the, again, in the depths of the night. Optimism is huge, and he also credited the reporters. I don't think he does this unless a deal is on the horizon. I would suspect tomorrow is when the deal gets done here. But you pair this with a bunch of articles that have dropped. You can see this here. While there's a rash of extensions this week, no extension is more widely anticipated. This from Jon Heyman than the $500 million contract that Vladdy and the Blue Jays are expected to receive. Like, a bunch of different reports have dropped. Multiple reports, all summed up by just a little bit ago. Jon Heyman saying that the optimism around the Jays to do this deal is huge, which is a weird way to say that the deal's done. I think at 14 years, $500 million. Now, this is interesting. I'm seeing a lot of people in chat saying, yes, they would do it, which I tend to agree with. Because at the end of the day, no matter how well he does this, to start this season, if the Jays let him go, their team would be in shambles. Now, I want to ask you guys this as well. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different things in this stream, so make sure you stay tuned, and we're going to be going live weekly. With this Blue Jays current, I'm going to get some other screenshots up for you all as well here, but with the Jays current structure, if they extend Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with the perceived $500 million deal, do you then go out and immediately hit up Bo Bichette's agent and just lock both of them up for the next 10 years and then build around those two guys in hopefully a better way? Is that something you would do? Extend Bo if Vladdy is, of course, going to be extended, because that's the interesting thing, right? At this juncture, I'm not entirely sure that, like, I think Bichette he looks all the way back. He looks like he is back to the guy that we all know. And I don't hate the idea of extending him as well and just locking up this core for the foreseeable future. Because at the end of the day, I think the core is good enough to win in the playoffs. I don't think it's necessarily the core's fault. However, I think that one of the problems is the core around them and the way that the team is. Because I mean, we're entering a new era of Blue Jays baseball now. The starting pitchers, a lot of them are towards the end of their reigns, I guess, as it pertains to the pitching staff and things like that. I think I would. I think at the end of the day, I absolutely would. And I'm getting Vladdy's stats up there for you, but I think I just do both. I tend to agree, Shane. I think they should have done. I mean, realistically, yes, I can. Christopher, I'm getting up for you right here. John Heyman, a little bit of Gosse. And optimism around the Jays to finish this is huge. And he also credited people. You don't usually credit someone unless you're very confident it gets done. My guess is tomorrow afternoon. If I had to make an educated guess, it would be tomorrow afternoon. That's when I think the deal gets done here. I just don't think this is something with as much smoke as there is surrounding this team and Vladdy that this doesn't get done. I think it's absolutely going to get done, and I think it's going to get done in the next 24 hours. I've seen some things that maybe they're waiting for a win. I don't think that's necessarily the case. However, it would be absolutely comical if they were waiting for a win to get the thing, get it done. And I want to talk about this Vladimir Guerrero Jr. situation because this is something that I haven't really done a live stream on it before, and I'm very curious to see what all your guys' thoughts are in the chat. Also, if you're new here, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be, again, we upload videos every day, videos after every game, but we're also going to be going live at least once a week going forward, recapping the games all season long. I know the Jays are coming off of getting swept, but long baseball season. But I want to look at Vladdy's stats now. And again, this is the tweet surrounding, John Heyman saying they're closing in on a deal and then saying there's optimism around the team to finish it. Excuse me. But again, optimism around the Jays is huge. That's the big thing here, assuming they finalize big win for the Jays. No, Big Hoggy, it doesn't seem like the signing deadline was legit. They're absolutely in conversations otherwise. And, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that February 18th deadline was for leverage, but they're going to get it done. Now, you look at his stats this season. He's has a 721 OPS. I mean, he's 7 points better than league average in 9 games, 283 average. I mean, he's solid. He's been solid. It's way too small of a sample size. But what I want to bring up now is this. So he's had two elite seasons, one very good season in 2022, and the rest have been average to, I mean, pretty average, right? How much risk is there truly involved with signing Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to $500 million for 14 years? Because we've gotten 2 elite seasons, 1 fine season, and then the rest of the years have been average. He's a first baseman. And again, I'm all in. I like Vladdy. I mean, some of the weird things he's been saying, it is what it is. I'm kind of over that now. But, he's projected to have an 860 OPS this year, according to, depending on the projections you use. How much, it worries me a little bit that he's a first baseman at $500 million. But I don't know what else the Jays can do at this point. Also, I'm going to be having Twitter refreshing. So if a deal does get done, I'll keep you up to date, of course, if it happens. But does that worry any of you guys? Because it's at the point now where it's like 2 great years, 1 solid year. The rest of the years were average. And again, is that worth $500 million? That's the question, especially when, 14 years. But on the flip side, all of his advanced metrics point to him being an elite hitter. He's going to be an elite hitter this year. I have no doubt about it. However, the cap is, there's no cap in baseball, but the luxury tax, contracts are going up. We saw it with Juan Soto. We saw it with Sasaki. Sorry. We even saw it with guys like Corbin Burns, but of course, Juan Soto and Shohei Ohtani. It's going all but up at this point, right? It's not going to go down. So locking it in now might be, I don't think 10 games, there's no reason that 10 games should change anyone's point of view, right? There's just no world. There's no world. But at the end of the day, he's going to get paid by somebody. Is it going to be the Jays? Yes, it seems that way now. But if he hits free agency after, even if he has a 780 OPS season, he's probably still getting paid $400, $500 million just simply because of the way that the market is. And, Juan Soto's off to a slow start too. I'm not necessarily worried about the slow start at all. Would be more so worried about, some of the other seasons. But again, his underlying numbers are fantastic. The team loves him. He's a very personable player. he can be the face of your franchise. And I truly believe he can be the face of a World Series winning team if his supporting cast is good enough. The problem is, again, he is a first baseman, but I think it's a good time to lock him up. All the peripherals point to him being great. I was just kind of playing devil's advocate there a little bit because I think there is something to be said about the team kind of, and this is why they've been so hesitant to sign him, I think, is because, I mean, it's very interesting also that we're this far into the negotiation period, and we didn't think that they were even going to be extending him. Because, okay, let's look at the timeline. You know, free agency hit, or this offseason hit, all these different things. There was a bunch of rumblings. They did their deals. The February 18th deadline, it passed. Vladdy went to media day, said they didn't get a deal done, all these different things. Ross Atkins then comes out. Mark Shapiro then comes out and says, hey, we're probably going to get a deal done, hopefully, before opening day. Doesn't happen before opening day. Fast forward 2 weeks into the season, or a week and a bit into the season, and now you're basically, it's all but done, right? It makes things very interesting for, I guess, his deadline, but also how much he's going to make. Now, the offer that we know or knew was about $450 million and then $500 with deferrals. And you can see this here. If Guerrero gets more than $500 million, it's a masterclass by Vlad and his group on how to use your leverage. It's weird how the kind of sentiment has changed a little bit between, you know, lock up Vladdy, he's worth all the money in the world, to now it's like after a little bit of a slow start. It's interesting. Vlad may be inconsistent, but far from sucks. He is a ridiculously talented hitter, one of the best in the game. He needs a serious star player around him to keep him in check, at least for now. I would agree. Now, I want to ask you this, though, Legend, and everybody in the chat as well. Do you consider Bichette? Do you guys believe, and type yes or no in the chat, that a Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. core, so them being your two best players, and maybe you can add a third solid player, even Dalton Varsho, do you think Vladdy and Bo in their primes, again, only 26 years old, so over the next 3 or 4 years in their primes, you can even argue their primes are up to 32, whatever it is, right? In their primes, do you think Bo and Vladdy are enough to win a World Series if the core around you is correct? And we can think back to 2021, where if they add more offense, you get some other guys, even a number 3 like Marcus Semien, depending how you move things up. The real question is, do you think Vladdy and Bo are good enough to win a World Series with? Because if the answer is yes, then you absolutely get this deal done. Because on the other side, how many people are there out there like Vladdy? It's just not going to happen. I think Bo and Vladdy, there is probably enough. I think that is enough. You just really have to be willing, if you're the front office, to spend. Also, let's try to get to 50 likes. We're at 23 likes. We all like seeing numbers go up, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm also very sick, so bear with the, I'm going to be muting sometimes just to blow my nose. Cannot win a championship with the duo Bo and Vladdy. They do not have a clutch gene. Now, I mean, that is the devil's advocate side of this. I do ultimately think that I think Bo and Vladdy is good enough if you really have a strong supporting cast of offensive players, specifically regarding guys like I mentioned, Marcus Semien in the past. Dalton Varsho is a very good piece, but they haven't won a playoff game. They've lost in the wild card game, or they haven't made it. The problem is, if you guys, like, if we don't think that Bo and Vladdy is enough to win a World Series, I do think it is with the correct core. I don't think there's going to be many free agents that can fill the hole like Vladdy is. If Vladdy hits free agency this upcoming offseason, someone's going to pay him $500 million. And then he's going to go on and terrorize the Blue Jays, or depending if he goes to the NL or whatever. And then the Jays are going to have to look for a player like him to build around, because then you have a chance to lose both. That's, of course, the worst case scenario here. So I do think a deal is done. And something interesting, again, we've heard from Jon Heyman. Excuse me. We've heard from Jeff Passan as well, Bob Nightingale, all these different things, right? Even JP Hornstra. Let me know if you guys remember where JP Hornstra, where that debacle was from. I'm sure most of you guys do. It's only a couple years ago. Shohei Ohtani. But we've heard from all these guys. And it's at the point now where, like, I think a deal is imminent. Still need a Max Scherzer type player of the organization, someone that has that fire, the hatred of losing. That's not George Springer. I do think George Springer is playing really good baseball, though. I do think he's playing really good baseball. Best of his career so far, or best of his last few years. Don't forget about Captain Kirk for the next 5 years. I think that'll be fine. He's one of the best defensive catchers in baseball. His hitting is not great. At the end of the day, $55 million contract's not going to kill you. Rodgers is willing to spend on stars. Stars didn't want to come without Vladdy and Bo signed. Signed, the stars will follow. Very good point. Very good point. No one will pay him $500 except maybe Atkins. See, I disagree, Andrew. I think there's a million teams. If Vladdy's going to put up an 850 OPS this year, like all of his signs pointed that. If he puts up an 850 to a 900 OPS or even better, someone's paying him $500 million just because of the way it works. No one thought Soto was going to get 700. No one thought Ohtani was going to get, I guess Soto got 800 after deferrals. No one thought that Ohtani was going to get the amount of money that he did. Obviously, a lot of it deferred. It's just the way that it goes in this economy, I guess, in this baseball economy. Things are only going to go up. And there's some owners that really don't care. Really don't care. Whether that be the Nationals owner. I'm not saying that they don't care because they could have extended. That was a bad example. But the Mets owner, I meant to say, not Nationals. Mets, Steve Cohen, anybody like that. Now, is Vladdy, like you mentioned, Legend, the leader? That's the big question mark, of course. However, I do ultimately think as well, I think there's something to be said about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. kind of, I don't know if he's notoriously a slow starter, the same with Anthony Santander, but I do ultimately think there's something to be said about it being a distraction because he clearly is in the midst of negotiations, according to all these reports. And despite that, he's still playing okay baseball. Had a very rough game today, grounded out to end the game. And I mean, that is what it is. It's going to happen, especially earlier in the season. But I mean, the AL is super tight. I had this screenshot for you all. Like, as bad as the Jays have been over the past few games, they're a game and a half back of leading the AL East. They're in they're barely back of a wild card spot. It is way too early for that. Now, the Red Sox have come out and won 5 in a row after starting off 1-4, and the Jays come in tomorrow to Boston to try to snap that win streak. And of course, the Jays are the only minus run differential team. That's because a lot of their games have been super close or blowouts, against them. It's too early to even be standings watching, especially talking about games out of the AL East when we're literally a week in. But it's baseball. It's always fun to do, but interesting. I mean, yeah, you think back to the 2015 team. There was a lot of veterans there, but I don't think you can really compare those teams to this team. I mean, you have Max Scherzer, you have George Springer, you have, at this point, Vladdy. But you have a lot of young guys, too. You have Alan Roden, Will Wagner, all these guys who should be playing every single day. And do play every single day. John Schneider kind of, messed up tonight a little bit. But again, and I want to make this very clear. If they extend Vladdy, which is going to happen here, their timeline, it doesn't reset. But like, let's put it in perspective here. They then have, I mean, Vlad's 26 and Bo is, a bit older, 27 or 28. You then have another 3 or 4 years to really compete with this core locked in. You can then figure out a way to build around him. Should Ross Atkins be at the forefront of that if the Jays miss the playoffs? I don't think so. I think he should be fired or they should get somebody else. But the point is, if you extend Vladdy, it opens up room to continue to compete. If Vladdy leaves, you're going to have to, figure something else out. No free agent is going to, not necessarily, I think Toronto can definitely get free agents, but it'd be very tough to, get a free agent similar to Vladdy. I mean, it's just not going to happen. It's a generational free agent. And as much as we watch Vladdy on an everyday basis, the amount of teams out there that would salivate at the thought of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. being on their team, it's a lot more than we think. Because we watch him every day. We see the ground outs. But at the end of the day, again, multiple different reports. It's going to happen. We're also 13 likes away from 50. Shout out to the 166 of you in here. Again, the Jays play the Red Sox tomorrow. I would presume an extension gets done over the next couple of days, especially with the way everyone's speaking. Bear with me. Apologies. Very, very sick. I'll ask you guys this as well. Let's pivot a little bit away here before I wrap up from the Vladdy stuff. And you can kind of talk about a bunch of different things. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 games into the season, right? So on a scale of 1 to 10, now that we're 10 games in, how would you rate the Toronto Blue Jays so far? How confident are you? Do you think the offense is not going to be good enough? Or do you think the top of the order is going to, come out and really start to hit well and the team's going to come together? Because the pitching's been great. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know. Let you know I'm very sick. I have a very bad head cold right now. Still gotta go live for you all, though. Apologies. I'm making sure I mute. I am very, very sick. Trying to keep the energy high, though. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in the Jays season, or how happy are you with the Jays season thus far? I know, Martin. I know I need it. I had some earlier today, not Buckley's, but I had something else. Appreciate it though. It's fighting right now. Fighting. 4, 6.5, 6, 7. Okay. I mean, I think 6 or 7 is fine. I mean, they're 5-2 at home. They got swept by the Mets. Like at the end of the day, even though they got swept by the Mets, very disappointing. They could have easily won both games. I think the team looks okay. Starting rotation looks really good. The hitting is bad. The bottom half of the order at times plays really well with Roden and Will Wagner in there. But then you also have, of course, you have a bunch of different. The top of the order has not been good. The bottom of the order has been good at times. Andre Cement is your cleanup hitter. I think they're going to figure it out. It's obviously too early in the season to make major conclusions or anything like that. But I think at the end of the day, they're looking pretty solid. Now, Dalton Varsho, when he comes back, okay, that's another guy. It's I have faith. I have unwavering faith. The hitting wasn't great, but there was games where they exploded dynamic. I think Dave Popkins' approach, the way he has his team. I mean, the starters look great. Gosman looks like 2022 Gosman. You have Chris Bassett looking fantastic. You have José Berríos looking good. Better Francis looks fantastic. Easton Lucas even looked good. Problem is, April is the hardest month of the season. Hardest month of the season. If you come out 500 by the end of the month, now obviously the Yankees lost an extra inning instead of the Pirates. So if you come out 500, you'll be in the race still. And then you start to get a bit of an easier schedule. The Yankees have a Mickey Mouse schedule right now. They played the Pirates. Their schedule is easy. They're going to be fine. You get Dalton Varsho back. I'm pretty confident. That being said, I also don't want to put out this illusion. The Jays definitely need to come in tomorrow and win a game. Like they need to stop this losing streak at the start, come out, play very good, and snap the Red Sox win streak. They are red hot right now. I'm going to quickly check who the projected starter is for tomorrow because I'm assuming it's Garrett Crochet. I believe he's their number 1. But actually, the rotations are actually all messed up. So it's actually not the number 1. Tomorrow's projected starters is Easton Lucas versus Richard Fitz. So Easton Lucas in Fenway scares me. Easton Lucas in Fenway scares me. If we go 10 games under 500 and say kick Shenanigans and give Natalie the keys, 82 and 80, they're looking true to this. I think a lot of it depends on how things, shape out, especially towards the end of this month. It's going to be the hardest month for the Jays. Also, do you guys want, again, if you're new here, I make Jays videos every single day, 1 to 2 videos a day, a video after basically every single game, keep you up to date. Anytime news drops, I'm right on it. So if you're enjoying that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and check out the videos. I'm going to be going live again a lot more. So I'm going to be doing call-ins so you guys can call in. You're going to give, of course, you can become a member as well. If you want member comes with perks. You can see Legend there as a member, Shane as well as a member. You get some emotes, things like that. So if you guys want to become a member, we'll be doing more for them. I'm going to get the community involved a lot more this season. So if you type yes if you want more streams, type no if you don't. I'm just curious to see because I can be going live multiple times a week and doing things like that. I know. Legend, I'm going to get something after this. Though it's very late where I am. It's almost 1 in the morning. A lot of the hitters start the season cold. Weather's a factor. That's another thing. The balls are dying at the fence. There hasn't been many home runs across the Jays. But across the MLB, it's been up. It's been up a little bit. Yeah, shout out to Legend. Look at the Joey Bats emote. We'll be doing them more. Debating doing post-game lives instead of the post-game videos. I might start doing post-game live streams at the end of each series. So the last game of each series, doing a post-game live stream, then doing the videos throughout. Do you think that's a good idea? I'm trying to figure out because baseball is weird. They play so often that going live after every game might be a little bit tough. I'm thinking going live at the end of every series might be something that, something like that, or maybe every Sunday night I go live. I'm gonna figure it out, but I want to get you guys involved a lot more with, again, call-ins, members only stuff. Of course, even for non-members stuff there, giveaways, everything like that. I want to get involved, especially with this season. Thank you, Liana. Working on it. I've been sick for a month. Mike Rodriguez, do you have a new tweet? Don't scare me like that. Whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. That is very interesting. New report. Hold on. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy. I mean, that is a weird report. There's no way. I mean, maybe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting the screenshot. I don't like to do this. Mike Rodriguez just then I mean, obviously, I'm not in Eastern time zone, but according to my sources, the team is planning to announce the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. agreement when the team returns to Toronto. So if that's the case, they're planning to announce it. Hold on. In like what, 2 weeks? 13 days? There's no way. They would be announcing it. Checking. Hold on. Which means the announcement date would be the 14th of April. So a week. 1 week from the day. Okay, so not as long as I said. 1 week from the day. Very interesting. I mean, and we also have a tweet. I mean, this is interesting. That's so odd. Ha! Another week in this, ladies and gentlemen. Cannot make this up. Bro, I mean, what are we doing here? What is I mean, his legacy's on the line. I mean, yeah, again, I mean, you pair this with the fact that, where was it? John Heyman came out and said there's optimism around the Jays. Like that was earlier today. I mean, sure. Sure. Which would be why. I mean, I guess it makes sense because he wants a standing ovation. Maybe that's something that Vladdy wants. Hit the like button if you're excited to see Vladdy extended. That's so weird. This is also the first like deal that was basically done before it's done. If that makes sense. Like the deal is all but finalized. But we don't know for sure, but we kind of do. So strange. Planning to announce that's a Blue Jays special, I guess. They're going to announce this when they're back in Toronto. Yeah, 100%. I mean, a deal at this point is locked up, I would say. However, so let's say it's a week from today, so it would be Monday. Or I guess a week from tomorrow it would be. I'm saying today because it's past midnight where I am. So I guess if that's the case, then they're going to go ahead and push. Like, how will rumors come out this week? Because we'll have Jeff Passan probably. He already spoke out today. We'll probably have Jeff Passan come on with some things. We'll have other people. Like, I'm sure there's going to be some rumors. We haven't heard anything from Ben Nicholson-Smith, anything from Shi Davidi. But ladies and gentlemen, I think Vladdy's a J. Lonnie, I agree. Maybe, this, and you can tell me if you disagree with me here. Does this strike you guys as something that like Vladdy would request? I feel like it is. I feel like this is something that maybe that Vladdy would like to do rather than the Jays side. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But this strikes me as something that maybe Vladdy wants it to be announced because there's been a whole debacle, right? The deadline, all these different things. I feel like this is something that he wants to announce. Because not him necessarily. I mean, I also want to ask, and I'm going to keep, I'll have another live stream before the presumed signing. I still think he signs over the next couple of days here. I think ultimately it's going to come out through somebody, and maybe it doesn't get officially announced till, whatever it is. Who do you guys think breaks the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. news? John Heyman, Vladdy himself, Shi Davidi. Who do you guys think? Type in the chat. Do you think it's a Jays reporter? Do you think it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? My prediction, I think this right here, let's see, I point the right way. I think this right here, that report, I think that's because Vladdy wants it to be announced at home and it to be a whole thing. And I think that Vladdy's going to announce it. Can you imagine Vladdy announcing it on his Instagram? Rosenthal's a good one as well. Vladdy announcing it on his Instagram and then playing that night. That would be electric. in a home, in one of the Friday night jerseys. Electric. Espe now now, I this puts more pressure on the Jays because they if they can come out and have a good road trip, and I'm gonna project some hype into the, into our brains here because 'cause they're coming the Jays got swept, let's not forget that. But if the Jays come into this road trip, yeah, 100% Jordan, I agree. They work for Rogers. I think they're told when things are basically done. So if we hear something from them over the next couple days, it is what it is. But I think that Vladimir Guerrero, can you imagine the scene with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. if the team plays well in the road trip and they finish on a 2 or 3 game win streak, the road trip is good, they win heading back home. The return back home against the Atlanta Braves is on a Monday night game, the day before Jackie Robinson Day, on April 14th. You're coming off a series against Baltimore, and then the signing gets announced. I mean, that would just be peak. Now they have to win games for that to happen. You play Baltimore, you play the Orioles. You think Jeff Passan does it? I think I think Heyman randomly. I mean, realistically, no matter when it gets announced, I mean, I guess technically Mike Rodriguez did it. It's conspiracy theory. Vlad is signed. Now they're working on Bo. Both can be announced together. I mean, that would be pretty good. I think so, Dwayne. I think so, Dwayne. Makes you want to fly up to makes you want to fly to Toronto for the Vlad Jr. extension day. I think Bo is gonna get signed by the Jays, especially if Vladdy extends. The Hector Gomez, are you saying I'm gonna make sure here. Did he tweet anything? He probably retweeted his colleagues. No, he just retweeted John Hammond's. What would Bo get? I want to ask you guys that. What do you guys think Bo Bichette would get? Do you think it's a Willie Adames deal? I mean, a bit more, I think, than Willie Adames. What was the Willie Adames exact deal? So Willie Adames was at. I'm gonna check. Willie Adames was 7 years, 182. I can see 7, 8 years, 230. That'd be my guess. Yeah, Chris, you're absolutely right. There's going to be 14 Hector Gomez tweets from now until he signs, and then he could say that he was one of the first. 225 over 8. I think it's very realistic. To be fair, though, I had a video on the Mike Rodriguez report like a few days ago. I mean, Mike Rodriguez is right on the money. He was the first one to announce that an extension is basically done. He also got the Ketel Marte. He got the Ketel Marte extension. He also got a suspension, Jurickson Profar, before it happened. So, what's up, Mr. Snug Gaming? Do you think they're gonna let Bo walk? I think they will sign him. I think they're gonna extend Vladdy and sign Bo probably at the end. No, 230. Oh, you're saying agreed. Excuse me. What do we feel about Wagner and Roden? MLB, they're major leaguers. They're major leaguers. I think they're very good. And I think John Schneider not pinch hitting Will Wagner today and putting in Nathan Lucas is a fireable offense. It was Daniel Berea. He tweeted, "It's done." I will look. I agree, Shane. I think that's what he wants. I don't think he's gonna. Depends how this year is. I mean, I don't know who that guy is. There's some people saying they're going to announce it as soon as tomorrow. I mean, I don't believe it. It is kind of funny how every single, like the amount of times we're put through stuff like this, if they actually, uh, you know, get this deal done, I'd be like, okay, finally, they actually got something done. I feel like there's been a million. I mean, there has been. Heineman, yes. I said, yeah, I agree. I said that in my post game today. I probably would have bunted with Heineman and then pinch hit Will Wagner for Lucas. And then, I mean, Will Wagner hit singles like this. That's something special. But ultimately, it wouldn't have mattered because Vladdy grounded out and Bo didn't get a hit. So, that being said, if you want to have a little bit of a truth circle here, just a disastrous start to the season for John Schneider. At least bad series. Because, I mean, man, oh man, The bullpen decisions yesterday were some of the worst I've seen. I don't even want to think back to that. The Nathan Lucas pinch hitting today, like, I don't know why. Maybe they wanted to give Will Wagner the full day off. I don't know. As a free agent, Bo gets there for the Red Sox or Dodgers. Probably just have 11 shortstops ready. They'll pay him to play right field or something. That's the thing, Shane. If he hits free agency, he's probably getting 250, 300, especially if he has a decent season. If he has an 800 OPS plus, he's getting 300 million. Also, while we're still in this late night truth circle, how about MLB umpires? How about MLB umpires? Do you want to talk about the umpires a little bit? Or do we want to avoid that? Do we want to avoid that conversation? Let me know if you want to talk about MLB umpires, because I'll get it. It's bad. Now, I don't think that's why the Jays are losing games. Don't get me twisted, but let me show you guys something here. I think the umpire today he was still pretty bad, to be honest, but better than Emil Jimenez, I think his name is. What's up, Eric? Oh, Eric, I saw that graphic as well. 70 left on base. The Cubs have 97 left on base, and Kyle Tucker has 5 homers. And that's saying something, Shane. What's up, Jay? Very possible. Very possible. I think he would be open to Bichette is all about winning. I bet he's more open to sign deferrals than Vladdy. I would agree. I tend to agree with you. Hope you're doing well, Jay. In case you missed it, John Heyman came out saying that a deal seems to be basically done, and then moments ago, Mike Rodriguez in the wee hours of Sunday night are saying the team plans to announce a return to Toronto. Doesn't this always happen Sunday nights? I'm pretty sure, I mean, the Ohtani stuff was Saturday, but I think correct me if I'm wrong, was the Juan Soto stuff Sunday as well? I believe Juan Soto signed on a Sunday. I think. It was either Juan Soto or Roki Sasaki. Someone can fact check me. It was December 8th? December 8th? I think. Well, I think it was a Sunday. Either way, I feel like this stuff always happens on a Sunday. Umpiring this series is bad. It was horrible. It was December 8th. What day was December 8th? Sunday. Boom. I was right. Look at me. Look at me go. I actually I remember streaming because we were live when that happened. It was Sunday. Crazy. I remember that tweet from John Heyman. It was like pretty late at night. Juan Soto to the Mets. Not to bring that back, but it was Sunday. Only with a decent season. Another season like last year doesn't even get a long-term contract. I think last year was a complete anomaly. Shapiro's already signed an extension. I don't know if they haven't announced it yet. Very possible as well. They're like conspiracy theories. Shane, I like yours of Vladdy and Bo at the same time. Can you imagine? That would be, honestly, I could see them doing that. They need to save some face somewhere. They need to save some face somewhere. I'm going to throw this up there as well. This was the umpire scorecard for Saturday's game. Horrible. Yeah, Brian. Very interesting. Very interesting. Shout out to them. It's a huge accomplishment getting him on. I mean, Shapiro seemed like a nice guy from all accounts from that interview, that podcast. So it was a huge shout out to them. That was a very good interview. It's a good watch as well. I do think Shapiro stays, though. If I'm Bo, knowing as bad as Hall of Fame caliber, he's going to want to lock up at least $300 million over a decade. He won't get Vlad money, but he may even hold out for $400 million over 14 years. But if Bo gets in theory, he's a shortstop. He should be able to, but he hasn't been great. Yeah, and also this thing here doesn't account for the check swing that cost the Jays the game. And the George Springer, probably should have caught that ball. Am I on my own in thinking that George Springer probably should have caught that ball? Like, obviously, tough move. Or tough catch. I don't know. It just seemed like he took a weird route. I'm not blaming George for it, but I feel like it was catchable. Dalton Varsho catches that ball. Also, Anthony Santander, I know we're kind of going on a tangent here as we wait for some tweets. In case you are new, Mike Rodriguez just tweeted they're planning to announce it in a week. We have John Heyman saying optimism around extension is huge. We're finally here. We're going to actually see an extension. But Anthony Santander's look pretty good. Yep, the check swing loss of the game. Yep, with Brendan Little. Should have been strike. It was strike 4. I think it was catchable too. He got very turned around. Now, obviously, it's raining, freezing cold. But, like, that's a catchable ball. Would have won the game. You would be 6-4 now heading into one. Yep, check swing. And that's not including all these blown calls. Though some of them went in favor of the Jays. Andrew, that is true as well. I mean, at the end of the day, even if he catches it, probably loses it after he crashes into the wall. Steve, I tend to agree. After 10 games, I'm not sure the pen is any better. Excuse me. Sorry. After 10 games, I'm not sure the pen is any better than a year ago, and it's going to be the downfall again this year, wasting such good starting pitching. The bullpen is interesting. There's 2 players, though, that are going to replace some guys. You have Dylan Tate, who's still ramping up. I think he's going to come back. He signed to a major league deal. Eric Swanson is desperately missed. I think Eric Swanson is something that no one's really talking about. He really lengthens his bullpen. Chad Green looked filthy today. Jimmy Garcia still looks filthy. Jeff Hoffman looks filthy. Brendan Little, I think, in the right spots looks filthy. You get Eric Swanson out there, I think the bullpen's fine. However, Richard Lovelady, we had him for 2 games. Or was it 3? I think it was 2 games. Let me double check. Regardless, DFA'd. Jacob Burns, he's going to be gone for Eric Swanson. Or Dylan Tate if Dylan Tate's ready. And allow me to tell you guys something. I went to the home opener, or the season opener, I guess. There was both. And I went to the 3rd game of the season. So the Thursday and the Saturday. And let's see if any of you guys in the chat can guess what happened in both of those games. See if you remember. Guess what I witnessed on the 2 games that I went to. And also, the Jays have lost 2 games. I went to 2 games this year. They've lost both. I agree, Chris. But what happened in the 2 games that I went to? See if anyone in the chat can guess what I'm directly thinking. There was one player that got into both games that I went to that I would. Yeah, they did lose. That is also correct. But there's one player that got into both of the games that I went to, and I had to watch with my own eyeballs. And keep in mind, I'm going to these games with a couple people. There it is. You got it. Richard Lovelady. Nick Sandlin's good as well. So I went to the Jays games with Jacob Burns, both of them. It was both of them. I went to these games with a couple friends who are just getting into baseball. They're not as into baseball as myself, obviously. I'm like a diehard baseball fan, Jays fan, all these things. We go to game 1 of the year. They just get pumped, 11-2, whatever it was. And we see Richard Lovelady. Okay, we see Richard Lovelady and Jacob Burns game 1. We chalk it up to just, bad opening day. We don't go to the game on Friday. They win. It went 8-2, whatever the exact scores were. We go to the 3rd game of the year, and I made sure I bought tickets. He did have a good first game. We bought tickets for the game on Saturday, the 3rd game of the year, because I literally told my friends, in case Max Scherzer's injury gets worse, and in case this is somehow his not last start of, I mean, it could be the last start of his career, but in case this gets worse, I want to watch Max Scherzer pitch 1 pitch with the Blue Jays. We go out there, things are going well. Well, he gets up 2 absolute moon shots in the first inning, so I'm thinking, great, we're not happening again. Come back, Jimenez hits a home run. And then I see with my 2 eyeballs, Richard Lovelady warming up in the 3rd inning, and I know Max Scherzer's toast from there. And I watch Richard Lovelady come out and blow the lead, and then to make it worse, Jacob Burns comes out. So I had to try to explain to my, non-baseball friends. They're asking me who Richard Lovelady and Jacob Burns is, but specifically, how good is Richard Lovelady? How long has he been with the team? We got a Richard Lovelady special. That's my story for the night. So the moral of the story is, I saw 2 Lovelady disaster classes. Really, the first one wasn't that bad. I saw Jacob Burns disaster class too. I saw Richard Lovelady to Jacob Burns in both games that I've went to this year, which was horrible. They got pumped in both games. Where did you sit? I sat in the third base side 100 level for the first game. The second game in like the 230 on the first base side as well. Nick 6'4"? Me? Talking about me, legend? 6'4". You're talking about Nick Sandlin. All right, 0-10's a little crazy. I don't think not gonna go 0-10 on the road trip. At least the Yankees lost today. Yankees did lose. I mean, the AL is super tight. Shane message. Thoughts, should we bring up Berger, have him start third base, send Schneider down, put Clement back in the utility role, also be inclined to send Lucas down and call up Class A. Interesting. 1 second. I gotta blow my nose. Not 6'4". Who told you that? Was it me? With like Air Forces on, I'm like 6'2", 6'2.5", I would say. 6'3" on a good day. But I'm never calling myself 6'3" if someone asks. I'm like 6'2" with shoes on. Shane, I did not, Lonnie. I did not try any of the food there. Unbelievably expensive, by the way. I think calling Berger up is going to happen. I think they need to bring some of the bats in. I think Babe Schneider needs to be sent down. Nathan Lucas is going to be DFA'd probably, and that's it. I did. Well, 6'2.5". 6'2.5", legend. I must have been lying. 6'2.5". I probably misspoke. 6'4" would be cool though. You are an OG legend. You've been around for years. It's crazy we can say that at this point. There should be no Schneiders in the team. I think John will be fine. You got to figure out how to use a bullpen, though. Again, doing a little recap in case you're in here. Also, we're 25 likes away from 100. If you're in here and if you're lurking, whatever you're doing, it's all good. Hit that like button. Let's try to get there. Misremembered? Maybe. Either way, it's like 6'2.5". Pretty close, though. I'm like fairly tall. Nothing crazy. Has anyone picked up Lovelady yet? Absolutely not. I think he's in AAA. I believe he's in AAA. I believe he cleared waivers and the Jays optioned him to AAA. Can someone fact check me on that? I'm almost positive Lovelady is AAA. Let me double check. We're talking about Lovelady at 1 a.m. on a Sunday. Nope. Richard Lovelady has cleared waivers and elected free agency, I think. He was outrighted to Buffalo and then elected free agency. It seems. Only legit call-up options are Berger and Class A, Barroa and Relvis too, but to a lesser extent, especially a Relvis. Who need to start knocking him off the bench? Yeah, I agree. Some of Vlad's best stadiums here are Boston, New York, and Baltimore. Yep, and I mean, the Jays are what? The Jays are 5-2 at home. You now have, a very interesting. It was last year with Tampa legend. Lovelady had a good stretch. Well, we're at 90 likes. We're 10 away. Shout out to everybody lurking. Yeah, it was the Rays last year. It was like a 2-point-something ERA, but it was also in a small thing. What's up, Sammy? It is 110. You missed Mike Rodriguez coming out and saying that team is planning to announce the extension when they come back from the road trip. John Heyman coming out and saying that the optimism around the Jays to finish at the $500 million is huge, which is a weird report in itself. Final thoughts of Zach Pop. Honestly, some of the nastier, like probably the nastiest stuff for someone who was released. He's now a free agent. He'll find it somewhere. I can see the Rays picking him up. Yeah, Davis is bad. Davis Schneider is bad. And I love Babe Schneider. Sucks that he's probably going to be sent down. Yeah, he beans lefties. He beans lefties. He beans lefties. He did, yeah. I believe it was the Rays. Yeah, one good season with. We should trade Lo Perfido for a really good relief pitcher. I don't hate that either. I mean, he is log jammed. Also, that Kikuchi trade is unbelievable. You got Will. I mean, I think we all would have been happy with Will Wagner for Kikuchi straight up. You got another fairly good prospect, and not only another good prospect, but of course, Jake Bloss and Joey Loperfido, if you consider Loperfido a prospect. The torpedo bat. What are our thoughts on the torpedo bat situation? I mean, David Schneider uses one, it doesn't work. I don't think a lot of the good hitters are using torpedo bats. Like the elite ones. Yeah, Jake Blas, Joel Perfito. Davis was one-time lightning in a bottle. I mean, yeah, last year he hit like 1-something against lefties. This isn't just a slow start. It's been a slow last 100 games. Atkins does well with Houston trades. Yep. Teoscar Hernandez. That was one of the biggest fleeces in a while. Yeah, Hernandez and Nori Aoki. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, it was Jake Blas. And I do ultimately think that the Jays offense is going to pick it up. Someone asked me about the predictions for the game tomorrow. Since this is going to be, I guess this last stream before the game tomorrow, everyone leave your score predictions in the chat for tomorrow's game. We're going 6-5 Jays. 6-5 Jays for me. Six-5 Jays. Yeah, Francisco Liriano. Crazy. Manoah's hit 31 batters in the first 2 years and had 310 guys reach base. Yep. 6-4 Jays. I was going to say 6-4, Chris. 5-3 Jays. We're all going to be optimistic. All going to be optimistic here. 0-0. Game gets rained out. Is that what your prediction is? Dude is a 3-week wonder. Wasn't it a bit more? I think it was a little bit more than 3 weeks. A little bit more. Yeah, it wasn't great. Who's pitching? Easton Lucas in Fenway is a recipe for disaster, but he had a very good game. It is Easton Lucas versus Richie Fitz. And Richie Fitz is in 4 starts last year at a 1.74 ERA. And this season, he has a 4.5 ERA. So it is Easton Lucas. Which, do I hate it? No. It's going to be tough. I mean, you're going up against, and just at the right time, Devers went 4 for 4 tonight. Moved his OPS above 800 after starting the season 0 for 14. With like 12 Ks. Bad timing. Let me double check that. I'm gonna fact check myself here. So the Boston Red Sox, I believe they won this evening. They did. They beat the Cardinals. Whoa, they almost choked. They beat the Cardinals. Wait, do they have a doubleheader? They did it. They had a doubleheader today. The Red Sox won 18-7. Okay, they definitely didn't go 4 for 4 then. Devers went, he did go 4 for 4. Devers went 4 for 4 with a walk. 4 for 4 with a walk. His OPS is over 800 now. The lineup's going to be something. It's obviously going to be 1 for 20, something like that. It's obviously going to be interesting because Bregman went 4 for 5 with 6 RBIs and a homer. This lineup is going to be brutal. You're going to go up against Jared Duran, Rafael Devers, Alex Bregman, William Abreu, Trevor Story, Kristen Campbell, Carlos Rafaela. It's gonna be a tough one. Do we think George Springer gets in the lineup tomorrow? I think he probably does. Also, we're 4 likes away from 100. You guys hit that like button. Yep. They are. What's up, Gavin? So you have Mike Rodriguez saying the team is planning to announce the agreement. You have John Heyman coming out a couple hours ago at this point saying optimism around the Jays to finish the $500 million deal is huge, assuming they finalize. Big win for the Jays, who absolutely need him. You have him coming out. You have one from Jeff Passan as well. Also a video wrapping all this and summarizing all this up for you tomorrow in the morning. So if you're in here and you see the video tomorrow morning, probably around 8:30 Eastern in the morning, something like that, leave a comment in the video tomorrow morning saying that you came from the stream, and I'll heart the comments that for everybody who came from the stream. I'm gonna be breaking down the newest reports. He was 0 for 19 PKs. Double today is likely why Lucas is in tomorrow. Gotta put Jimenez in the 2-hole, move Vlad to 3 and Santander to 4. Yeah, but Shane, 2 holes usually for your best hitter. I guess he has been this year. I could see it. I think there's more likely that they put like Will Wagner up in the 1 spot, Bo 2, Vladdy 3, Santander 4, Jimenez 5, Springer 6, Kirk 7. Pretty high, Brian. Where is he right now? I'm gonna check. Leaders. Someone put money on him leading in hits. Bichette's tied for second. He's 1 off 1. He has 12 hits. Riley Green is leading the MLB in hits. And Jacob Wilson of the Athletics. Shout out to Jacob Wilson. Yeah, he still is. Vladdy going to sign with the Braves. Vladdy's career is far superior stats. I agree. I think they should absolutely put him in the 3 hole. I also would put Bo in the 2 spot. The problem is they don't really have a like a 1 hitter. But wouldn't play Springer, 1 more rest. They go Straw, Roden, Lucas, and Springer can come off the bench. You see, Straw, Roden, and Lucas doesn't excite me. Though Straw's been great. The Jays won that Miles Straw trade. Well, 1 like off 100. Yeah, that's fantastic odds, Brian. I mean, that's a no-brainer bet. No-brainer. Vlad in his career. If John Schneider goes, who replaces him? DeMarlo Hale as the interim manager. Springer isn't really injured. He's kind of embarrassed. Tend to agree. Sammy with the $6.99. First of all, Sammy, thank you very much for the first donation of the stream. Very, very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Watch you for 2 years every day in computer science. Try to sneak in a video. Keep it up, man. Love the content. Sammy, first of all, thank you very much for the $6.99. Very much appreciated. Second of all, good luck with your computer science major. Hopefully the videos help you in between studying or in class. Hopefully not in class. Well, whenever you ever get a chance. Sammy, thank you very much for the donation. It means a lot. Shout out to you. Hopefully hopefully the degree is coming to an end soon. Yeah, I agree, Legend. I think DeMarlo Hale's pretty good. Hopefully your computer science degree will treat you well. It's a very good degree. A lot of friends have done that degree, actually. Good jobs from a computer science degree. I think they should try Wagner at the top. I agree. Wagner or Roden. I mean, Roden's been kind of filthy. I mean, he looks like a surefire major leaguer. If Vladdy gets signed away from hitting free agency, interested in seeing where Kyle Tucker ends up. He's the biggest name in the free agent market. Yes, Kyle Tucker's off to an unbelievable start. I believe he has 5 home runs. Right? 4 home runs this year. Might be 5. I don't know if they included today. But regardless, unbelievable year. He has 4 home runs, 12 RBIs in 11 games. Jimenez, Allen Roden, and Wagner have the bats for leadoff or 2 hole. I think Roden's going to be nasty. We also hit 100 likes. Thank you guys very much. Thank you again, Sammy, for the donation there. Much appreciated. Oh yeah, 12 RBIs in the NL. I feel like the Jays don't have many guys with RBIs. Is that a stat that is fact checked, or is that just my assumption? Check. Like who on the Jays has RBIs? Bichette has 4. Vladdy. Santander has 1. Vladdy has 4. I feel like Jimenez has the most, right? Jimenez has 6. George Springer has 5. Tyler Heineman has 1. Yes, no one has like 6. Springer still has 1 more year after this. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. Drink lots of water. Yeah, I, for some reason, didn't get water before the stream. Did not get water before the stream. Having to hit with runners in scoring position to get those. Yep. Which the Jays have not do. Also, shout out to 160 of you in here at It's almost midnight Eastern time, right? It's crazy. You guys are night owls like myself. Well, if we did sign Tucker and Berger, 6th at third base, we're way too left-handed in the order. They'd figure that out. That's a great problem to have. Great problem to have. I don't know. It's going to be very, very interesting. Ba-ba-ba. 11:51. Crazy. On a Sunday, too. Work in the morning. Shout out to you guys. Gonna have to go live more after this one. Gonna have to go live more. Not get into that, legend. Not get into that. Who would have thought we needed a right-handed bat? Man, you rewind back to the Lourdes Gurriel, Teoscar Hernandez days. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Also, I'm going to throw a link in the chat for you all. I'm going to be tweeting a lot more as well. So if you guys ever want to, this is like a little, not a sneak peek, but I guess it kind of is a sneak peek. If you guys ever want to get in touch with me, DM me, anything like that, or just want to keep up to date with all the latest Jays news right here, you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Jays Digest YT. Gonna be a lot more active on there. So if you have Twitter and you enjoy it, Sammy, DM me on there. If you have Twitter, Sammy, DM me on there. I can definitely talk to you a little bit on there if you have any questions. But yeah, if you guys ever want to talk to me, anything like that, follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna be using it a lot more, especially throughout this season. I tweeted last April 2nd about the umpires. So Vlad is better with no men on. He takes walks and has good at bats. He's over 300 0 walks. Eric, I got you. It's late anyway. Late anyway. Yeah, the umpiring's been bad all year. Crazy. I don't think so, Jason. Is it too late to trade for Luis Robert or Luis Robert? I don't know even which one it really is, but I think the deadline, if the Jays are like relatively in it, they're going to be going all in, which is kind of what's been happening. Interesting. Is Luis Robert doing well? It's a great question. Ignore the screenshots there. Nope. He is 4 for 32. Nice. He's just washed. He's washed. He's 4 for 28, I guess. He has 4 walks. Or 3 walks. He has a 397 OPS. Yeah, he's absolutely cooked. I would not trade for him. Now, Arjun Amal, on the other hand, he's good. 105 likes it to 125. Shane's not lying. I mean, the fact that we have this many people in here at midnight on a Sunday, crazy. Gonna have to go live once a week for you all. See Victor Robles into the wall? I did not. Let me look at that. Again, if you're in the stream, or if you're in the stream now and you check out the video tomorrow morning, let me know in the comment section that you were into the that you were in the stream. I'm gonna watch this right now. I'm watching the catch. It's an insane catch. It's an insane catch. But he got hurt. You see, that's a catch I would like to see George Springer make. when he got hurt. Shout out to him. Doubtful. Legend. Nah, he'll be okay. Same with another 279. When do you think he's signing NL time? My guess is like tomorrow at 1 Eastern, 12 Eastern tomorrow. I think sometime tomorrow afternoon we'll get something there. Thank you for 279, Sammy. I guess it's tomorrow afternoon. Roberto's also always hurt. Yeah, I mean, if you can get it for nothing. And Chance, a good point as well. I mean, I'm going to have a video coming out on it in their next, I was going to say off day, but probably in one of the days coming up. Namala's been unbelievable. And if Bo gets extended, they probably trade Arjun. But Arjun is going to end up being, I think, the most valuable prospect in the system, along with Trey Savage. But none of the Jays starting pitchers work out, so it's the unfortunate reality. And I don't know what star will be available. Like, it'd be interesting if Kyle Tucker becomes available or something like that. It'd be very interesting, actually. Yeah, shout out to Victor Robles. It's a crazy catch. Theory is already signed with the ready to. Yeah, that is the theory. That is Mike Rodriguez's theory. Has Mike Rodriguez ever lied to us? You know, the answer is probably yes. Springer should have played that ball off the wall, but I appreciate him going for it. Yes, and he also should have played the the triple that he gave up on Friday into a single. Sunday night live stream weekly. We could do that. What time? Midnight? Start every Sunday at midnight? We could do a Sunday. You know, that would actually be interesting. A Sunday, maybe I mean, they play most Sundays. After every Sunday game, so like 5 Eastern or something like that, just do a weekly recap. I think that can make a lot of sense every single Sunday. I think that seems like a good idea. Is that something you guys would like? I mean, I know you guys will probably say yes. I think Sunday is a good time. Obviously, everybody's off work. Prospect value is going through the roof. Can get a nice piece for him. Yep. And they will. It's Ross Atkins last year and Mark Shapiro. Though I think Mark Shapiro is going to extend. I think Sunday, that's a good idea. Yeah. Doesn't everybody? I want Fernando Tatis for the Padres. Jason Kyle Tucker, that would be a playoff team. Recap the series and preview the upcoming week. That's a very good idea. Yeah, I think Sunday nights are the best because you kind of have your full week of baseball. And if they play, it's always afternoon games anyway. So we can do a recap of the game, the series, and kind of. And I'll have a video in the daytime anyway, in the mornings. We'll do that. You have my word. However, actually, that's good because basketball season's over for me. I don't know the time yet. We'll lock in a time, but everyone here knows first. You guys are the first to know. Sunday streams. Steve Walsh. Jays had Kyle Tucker to be a playoff team. Right now it's 50-50. It's a fair assessment, honestly. If the Blue Jays make the playoffs, how much games do you think they're going to win? How many games? 89. 89. That is something I've considered, Riker. A bit harder, not harder to do, but I prefer the post games. But for big games this year, I will be planning on going live for watch-alongs for some of them. But I do tend to favor the post games. Post game streams and also just streams like this, where again, big news drops in. But we'll be going live more we'll be doing some watch-alongs throughout the season. A lot of post-series recaps. Probably weekly lives covering the previous week, and then the week ahead, of course. And of course, it's not breaking news drops like it did today. Now, if Vladdy extends tomorrow, you might have another live tomorrow, depending on how things go. Depending on how things go. Most playoff teams need to win at minimum 85 games. That is correct. Probably more, though, a lot of the time, depending on the wild card spot and, of course, the division and the league, AL versus NL. I'd be open to do more watch-alongs, though. Interesting. So just checking through Twitter here for the final little bit of the season. Or the stream, that season. That's a good question. Like, probably Jokic. Though I think Shea's going to win it. Shea, I think, is definitely going to win it. I think Shea wins the MVP. Yeah, it is a very interesting tweet. Okay, I'm checking. It seems like there's not going to be an announcement tonight, but we had a ton of new info drop on the stream, which is always, good to see. I mean, they're making progress towards an extension. Jeff Passan came out and said some interesting things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Legend is like minus 4,000 to win it this year. I mean, because the Thunder are the best, second best team in the NBA. I think Jokic is the most valuable player, but I think Shea's gonna win it. That's my take on that. I think Vlad will hit over 300 this year. No, I think high like 290s with 35 home runs. Like, I think it's gonna be a similar year to last year. Honestly, I think there's a world where his average is. I mean, he could have an 890, 900 OPS. Mikey, do I trust Mike Rodriguez? He's gotten things very right recently. Ketel Marte extension he had first. Jurickson Profar suspension he had first all in the past week or two. I think what I trust more is that John Heyman came out and said this. Jeff Passan came out and said this. So yeah, I think I do here. I think he's right on the money. He's also been very right with where is this? With a lot of the Dominican players lately. He has a lot of connections with the I believe Latin and Dominican players. Jokic, I don't know how many 60-point triple doubles this season. Yeah. 285 average. That would be bad. I think pretty high, Chuck, honestly. I think he'd probably resign here. That's if we go on a streak. But yeah, again, I think Mike Rodriguez, he has connections with a lot of guys. So Dominican, Latin. And he also has sources. Like, at the end of the day, these guys do have sources. Hector Gomez, you can push back a little bit on. Mike Rodriguez, he has sources at the end of the day. Go Leafs? True. Leafs are going to be exciting. I'm fired up for that. Fired up. Oh, ignore the screenshots. You don't miss? Checking any final John Heyman tweets. Go Habs. I forgot you were a Habs fan, legend. Forgot you were a Habs fan. How much longer are we giving Schneider the slow start? He's always horrible in April. I'm giving him till July. Legend, my brother is fired up about that. Fired up. Yes, Riker. I think Elvis Martinez will be in the year. I think it's the Leafs year. You can see the jersey behind me. I think it's the Leafs year. I can also finally get another Vladdy jersey if he extends. Angela, maybe some of the playoff ones, but probably just stick to our post games for the Leafs. Probably stick to our post games. On Leafs Digest, of course. not on Jay's Digest, on Leafs Digest. And I was having this conversation with my girlfriend. Picking a jersey to buy, like a new player, who would you guys get? Because my girlfriend wants a jersey, and I'm trying to explain to her, like, I don't feel comfortable getting, a Vladdy. You're telling her to get a Vladdy or Bo jersey because in case they leave. If Vladdy extends, it's easy. We go Vladdy. Like, I was debating an Andres Jimenez jersey. Like, I don't think that's crazy. Like, who else is under contract? José Berríos? Yeah, Steve, that's the nightmare scenario. José Berríos. I mean, who else are we? Alan Roden. We had that too. We had that idea as well. April 19th, Chuck, is when the Leafs playoffs start. But, like, even then, we see what happened with Babe Schneider. He sold a ton of jerseys, and he's probably going to be out of the league. Alejandro Kirk's a good one. I don't think she likes Alejandro Kirk as much. I think it's Vladdy. Santander's a great one, too, though he's been off to a slow start. Bo would be a great one, too, if they extend him. I don't think she likes Bo either. Santander, yeah, that's a good one. But, like, the point is, like, Gosman has one more year left in his deal. Bassett's done after this year. A lot of different things. What's up, McFlurry? Buy a retro, get a Joe Carter? Get her a Joe Carter jersey? A John Schneider jersey? Springer? Yeah, Springer would make sense. But, like, this is her first year really being a Jays fan. So, we'll see what player she likes. Scherzer would be insane. And, I mean, I guess she wasn't there, but I got to see Scherzer pitch. Graham, you're in good shape. Ooh, this Friday? It's apparently going to be Monday. Own name too. Varsho's a good one. She had to see Varsho play yet this year. Jimmy Garcia? That'd be hilarious. I feel like I would like to get myself a Jeff Hoffman jersey. Drafted by the Jays. It's a good full circle. I'll get one. Yeah, I'll get one with my own name, Jay Schneider, on the back of my jersey. A Mark Shapiro jersey. It's crazy. Could work though. Yeah, Graham, it is going to be very tight. I think you're in safe hands, Graham. I think you're in safe hands. Like, I mean, all these reports are saying it's going to get done. It's crazy, Shane. Hoffman is cool. Jeff Hoffman's City Connect. It's an electric. That would be electric. Funny enough, I think June 30th they have a Andres Jimenez City Connect or not powder blue jersey giveaway. I know she wants powder blue, so maybe we'll go to those games. Did you follow me, Sammy? I think you'll have to. You should be able to DM anyway. I sent the link. If you just go there and I'll double check. I believe DMs are open. I'll look though. If not, then shoot a follow. I like the City Connects a lot. Kirk jersey? Yeah. I don't hate Kirk jersey. I don't love Alejandro. Like, I think he's a great player. Not one of my favorites though. Okay. I think I see you there. Hold on. Actually, I don't know if I see you there. What's it saying, Sammy? I'm looking. Yeah, the Blues are the best. How'd you guys rank the Jays? Peter, I would guess later in the year. How'd you guys rank the jerseys from best to worst? I think it's powder blue. City Connects, powder blues. You can swap those either way. White and then dark blue for me. I like the white ones a lot. I'm trying to figure this out. Sammy, I don't see. It doesn't say that you followed. Maybe try tweeting at me, then I can just respond. Or liking. Even if you reply to the most recent tweet that I made, just reply to that and I'll DM you. Team Store's full City Connect stuff. They're really pushing it right now. Yeah, I think powder is the best. I had Royal Blues last, even though they're like. You could argue that's the best. Very easily. I like the Royal, yeah. Also, Canada Day. You got to put Canada Day up there. Yeah, I think Alejandro Kirk is. Try now, Sammy. Try now. That right there. That's a t-shirt, to be fair. Try now, Sammy. Should be able to do it now. I just opened up the DMs. You guys can all DM me. The DMs are open. Would you shave your head for Blue Jays and Maple Leafs to both win the Stanley Cup World Series? You know, that's a very loaded question because I had a shaved head for 19 years. A bit longer than 19 years. I had a shaved head for a very long time. And then I finally grew my hair out and my life changed forever. So the answer is yes. I would shave my head for a Jays and a Leafs for them both winning their championship. The answer is yes. But me thinking about shaving my head, like, it is so far beyond what I would even consider doing, unless it is for something like that. Blue is my jersey, white. I don't like the grays. That's an interesting question. Shaved head question. The answer is probably yeah. Like, I mean, obviously I would. For both of those, absolutely. Growing the hair back takes a long time, though. Passer before anything else yet. This is what we got from Jeff Passan, Merchant. He said in the countdown the night the Blue Jays hope to get a deal done with Vladdy this week. The deal will likely be $500 million or it will exceed $500 million. So the short answer is yeah, he did. $20? Yeah, I mean, Eric, that's the way to go. 100%. Yeah, I mean, I got like the Leafs equivalent of a City Connect, kind of. You can like see it there. William Nylander, which was like an easy jersey choice like, for the Leafs, easy. And if Vladdy extends, Vladdy's the easy one. But like, it's interesting. We go to the Alejandro Kirk bubble arm game. That is one of the most interesting bobbleheads I've ever seen. Did anyone predict the Alejandro Kirk signing? No. Came out of nowhere. What's up, Nicholas? Yeah, I can break it down for you. John Heyman came out a couple hours ago and said that the Jays and Vladdy are making progress on a possible $500 million to 14-year deal. And then he quote tweeted that saying optimism around this deal is huge. Basically, that it's going to happen. You have Jeff Passan coming out on ESPN and saying that things got very real and the Jays hope to get the deal done. And then about an hour ago now, according to my sources, the team is planning to announce the agreement when he returns to Toronto, which is a week from tomorrow. So that's the latest on that. So, I mean, yeah, deal's all but done at this point. Thank you, Cooper. Appreciate it. I very much appreciate that. Your support has been very... It's nice to get these live streams back going and to talk to all you guys. I've missed them. I've missed the lives. I've missed the live streams with all you folks. I've missed the lives. What's up, Gamey? Gamey, they come out of nowhere, man. They came out of nowhere tonight. I wasn't even gonna fire it up, but I said, you know what? I've done a few late night streams. They've all, always had people in there. So I said, we'll rock it up. Andrew, once this stream is done, I will. Someone asked a Leafs question. Where was it? Thanks again, Cooper. Really appreciate that. It means more than you could know. The answer is Marner. I would rather the Leafs re-sign Mitch Marner. Yeah, gaming. You're working at midnight Eastern? Crazy. Shout out to you. We're going to be doing them every Sunday, though, now, gaming, or around there. I don't want to fully guarantee it, but it'll be around every Sunday. Once a week for sure. Yeah, I mean, I like interacting with all you guys. It's easier than, of course, the comment section. I do read every comment, in case any of you guys were wondering. I do read every comment. Most of them. Ken Rosenthal, he has not. He has not said anything. Gaming with the 20 at it's almost 2 a.m. my time. For old time's sake. You're an absolute legend. Absolute legend. Vladdy just extended with the Jays. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's extended. Whoa, 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 whoa. We broke it live at 2 in the morning. Oh my God. Oh my God, he extended. Oh my God, he extended. Oh my God. We just broke it at 2 in the morning. There's no world this just happened. Oh my God. My sleep schedule being abolished is perfect. He just... Whoa. Oh, we did it. Oh my God. We did it. We did it. Yes. He is a Blue Jay for life. This is the craziest moment in Jays Digest Live history. Oh my God. Signed. Ladies and gentlemen, he signed. He's a Blue Jay. We were here for it. Let's Get Gaming, thank you for the 20. You sent the $20 donation right as the Jays extended. Everyone who stayed up, we did it. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is a Jay. Hold on. I'm sorry for these screenshots. Oh my God, guys, we did it. We just broke that live. They robbed the MLB. Finessed the MLB. Whoa. Whoa. We did it, boys. Oh, $20 from Legend again. I just completely missed that. Let's effing go, boys. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for life. This has been the craziest announced it on live stream. Shane with the 10 bucks to celebrate the Vlad sign. Your guys' support is unbelievable. The fact that we broke this on live stream is unbelievable. I cannot believe we actually broke it on live stream at 1 in the morning. MLB trade rumors that didn't happen. Gaming, it's legit. 50 different people. Oh my Lord. Vladdy is a J for life. Ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. I'm gonna give myself some rare props here. I think I'm the only one live breaking this news right now. Gonna have a video coming out right after this as well, I believe. Jeff Passan. First one to break it was Ken Rosenthal, by the way. I mean, shout out. It's official. No deferrals. No deferrals. Man, what a rush of adrenaline. Holy. Who? Ken Rosenthal. Brian said Ken. Boys, we did it. We did it. On live. I don't have words. Someone should clip that and send it to me. Shane, you want to clip that and tweet it at me or DM me it? I'm going to tweet that out. Oh, man. An hour and 30. Oh. I cannot believe that it just happened. I think this is the first time where something positive when I was live happened for the Jays. That is crazy. They did it. Oh, thank God they did it. It's over. He is a Blue Jay for life, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, it's late. Wow. Pending a physical? Yeah, jeez. Shout out. Yeah, let's give me your donation. Came right to it. If you're happy Vladdy extended, hit the like button, all these different things. I am extremely sick. And the fact that it broke while I fought through this sick live stream, I am unbelievably happy. I don't know if I've been more happy. We're literally talking about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. jerseys. Also, shout out to all you guys who donated. Oh my God, it happened. Vladdy is a J. And guess what? The video's aged well. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Do you think it's a good contract? Hit the like button if you're happy Vladdy's a J. I'm going to wrap up the stream here in a couple minutes and go do a video on it. Merchant, I'm as happy as you are. I'm going to wrap up the stream here in a couple minutes and do a video on this. I want to get this out. When I do that video, if you're in here right now and you witnessed, everyone type W in the chat. If you witnessed this, leave a comment in the video I'm going to drop in the next 15 minutes. Leave a comment. And that you were there, and man, oh man, it's official. Shout out to each and every one of you. Oh, man. I'm excited to see my reaction. It happened. No more speculation. No more Vladdy to wherever else. He's a Blue Jay. Sam with the 279. I feel like I'm crying that relief. Shout out to everyone who's been in here for the whole stream, by the way. Almost 2 hours long. Best community on YouTube. Oh my God, man. Blue Jays wanted Vladdy. Ah. One day gaming for sure. I'll stay alive for a little bit longer. Whoa. Oh. I'll stay for a little bit longer. We'll stay live for a little bit longer. We had some of you guys. We had some of you guys donate. We'll stay for a little bit longer. We'll stay for a little bit longer. Shout out to you guys who donated. Sammy. Everybody. It happened. Well, I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're gonna we'll stay live for a little bit longer. I know you guys want to. Let's talk about it. It's an expensive deal. It's an expensive deal. But who cares? Who cares? He is a J. Ross Atkins did it. 14 years, $500 million. Not crazy. No deferrals. They basically increased their offer by 50 mil. They got it done. Now we sign Bo. Oh man. Great job by the front office. Can we get W Ross in the chat? Might be for the first time. Might be for the first time. Buster only as well rolling. I mean, everybody's rolling in. What do you think Bo will want for a contract, Nick? We actually sent that. We spoke about that earlier in the stream. I think like 250. Instagram, right, Shane? Do you think Bo Bichette signs too? Yeah, I do. Hold on, I'm not looking at chat for a second. One second, boy. I'm not looking at the chat for a second here. I'm grabbing the clip. Yeah, on it. I'm grabbing the clip. Thank you, Shane. Shout out to you for that. Huge, Shane. I believe Peter's asleep. Everyone's saying Peter. He works at like 6 in the morning. He's asleep. He's asleep. I believe. Guerrero's gonna be in Bo's ear now. Shane, thank you for that clip. We're gonna I'm gonna make sure to take that and use that later. Thank you. I'm gonna tweet that out. Hold on, boys. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I'll reach. Okay. Oh man, they did it, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody who's in here, if you are new, hit the like button. If you're happy Vladdy extended, hit the like button. It is official. He has signed with the Toronto Blue Jays on a deal. Oh man. Crazy. Crazy. What's the contract worth? Let's go right here. Right here. 14 years, 300, or not 300, I wish. $500 million. The deal is done. Ben Nicholson-Smith confirms it. Man, oh man. Ben Nicholson-Smith confirmed it. Again, it's pending. He's not going to be a Met. He's not going to be a Red Sox. The deal's done. That 14, whatever. It's all over. Draft Deck Mark is happy that happened. Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, he's pending a physical. Bomb. You can see the tweet here. It's very official. Jeff Passan, Ken Rosenthal, all these different guys. All these different guys. It is official. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a home run from Vladdy tomorrow. Let's get a home run for Vladdy. He's trying to get to 200 likes. We're at 313 viewers right now. 149 likes. Crazy. The beard policy's over now, Lonnie. So the Yankees would have been able to, Vladdy would have been able to keep his beard. Crazy. Ah, unbelievable. We did it. Peter, it happened. It happened. I'm gonna. I don't have Collins set up, fortunately. I can try. I can see. I don't have them set up on my solos scenes. Peter, welcome. Welcome in. I'm sure you're happy with this deal as much as I am. 14 years, 500 million. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Also, legend, I think, or was it gaming? I believe it is, yeah. I believe so, unless someone's impersonating him. Gaming, let me know when I'll let you know when I'm in town. You can just DM me on Twitter. I'm definitely down. Definitely down anytime. Just DM me on Twitter, because I'm in town. I'm in Toronto every couple months, so. No more worrying, ladies and gentlemen. No more worrying about him going to wherever he's going. There's no Boston. There's no anywhere. You got the deal done. 14 years, 500 mil. They have you on Insta. Yeah, gaming. Just DM me on Insta. One second. I'm grabbing a screenshot. Edward, he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Jay with the 5. Donate for Peter appearance sacrifices his sleep. You did donate for it. I can try to set it up. It's going to be tough on stream here. Have a Peter bed call. Peter says he is in bed. Peter, we'll get you on for the next stream to get your thoughts on it or something like that. Peter's happy. Peter is happy. Yeah, gaming. You probably do. If not, Twitter. I linked it in the chat earlier as well. I'll link it again, though. I will link it again. Right here, gaming. I'll just throw it in here. You can DM me on there. Steve saying, well players anyway. Him as. He's top 3 when he's on. It happened, ladies and gentlemen. It happened. The Jays did it. Very surprising, honestly. Obviously, it's not surprising now because we kind of knew it was going to happen. But man, oh man, is it good news that it actually happened. Bo next. Absolutely. Shane, also, thank you for the 5. He is in bed. I thought he was asleep. Thought he was asleep. 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, realistically, I think this contract looks very good in a few years' time. Vlad has the highest OPS when playing at Fenway, but he smashes one more. What's up, Ignatius? Yeah, I think tomorrow. I mean, I thought that. I mean, Mike Rodriguez literally came out like a couple hours ago and said, according to my sources, he's planning on announcing a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. agreement when the team returns to Toronto. I mean, kind of, I guess. I mean, he was right in the sense of getting a deal done. Ladies and gentlemen, what a day. Yeah, if he's overpaid, he's overpaid. It is what it is. I'm going to wrap up, though. It's been a long one. Big game tomorrow for the Toronto Blue Jays. The vibes are high. We're going to have a video for you all. I'm going to have a video out in the next, 10 minutes. Next 20 minutes, probably. If you guys are in this stream, stay up the extra 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to upload a video right after this stream. Go in the video. Comment that you're from the stream. I like all those comments. Your guys' support has been unbelievable the whole way. Crazy. Very sick. Got through it, though. Shout out everybody who donated. Shane, Let's Get Gaming. Who else? Everybody. Legend. You were on the whole time as well. Shout out Peter in the chat as well. It happened. We did it. Shout out to each and every one of you in here. 500 million. Shane, 100%. All signs pointing out Bo Bichette. Jay's got it done. And he is a Toronto Blue Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, whew, vibes are high. Vibes are high. Whew, it's super late. I'm going to do a video. Everyone who's in here now, I'm going to have a video out. Go leave a comment in the video that I'm about to drop. Say that you came from the live stream. Say that you saw it live, whatever you want to do. Thank you guys very much for the support there. It's been unbelievable. Thank you to each and every one of you in the chat. And as per usual, we'll have you with covered with a video tomorrow. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. And got a video coming out, so